Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play Dead State Reanimated. It is day 4 right now, and today finally the inevitable happened. We have our first infected party member, and Renee got infected after a regular attack by an undead. I don't think it was a bite attack. So from this day on she will need antibiotics. Now if we check our stock, we got 19 in stock right now, and we still need to report to Davis, probably, yes. We got the antibiotics for the unconscious guy in the basement, but we didn't report back to Davis yet, so we still need to do that. And after that we will have 14 antibiotics left, so that's, well, a relatively good supply. Still, we will be needing to monitor this from now on. Also, the presence of a infected ally naturally has a negative impact on the overall mood in the shelter. So that's another side effect of this unfortunate incident. But we will have to deal with it. Now, as you can see, most of our raiding party needs some recovering time. They all are injured, and Max even has more than half of his life points lost, so it's probably wise to avoid fighting for the time being. And my plan is to do a little bit of scouting in the eastern direction and then head back for the shelter, because we are in a sorry state. So let's travel east and then swing back and head for the shelter. Hopefully we don't have any random encounters. Well, we got a fishing location. We do not have any fishing poles in our inventory, so we cannot try to catch some fish right now. And we got some trees. Well, we could harvest some fresh food, but it will take a lot of time, and it's probably best to head straight for the shelter and maybe harvest these tomorrow. Let's head back to safety. And see what we collected on this scavenging run. Well, not very good. At least we got some fuel and a reasonable amount of luxury items. Alright. Well, first things first, let's report to Davis and tell him that we have the antibiotics, and it's easiest way to find him is to end the working day, because now Davis isn't in his office. Well, we even got 1 hour left, so let's put everybody on building the well. to get some work in there. Well, we can build the infirmary next. This may be our next priority. It speeds up healing for wounded allies by 10% of their maximum health points per day. So this could be very useful. Oh, first let's finish the well, or at least put some time into it. That was it for today. Now Davis should return to his office. In the meantime, we can sort our loot, which isn't too much. Oh, we got another stun gun, that's good. Let's stock up on bandages. And oh, let's keep the bola equipped. All right, we got a picture which Ryan probably wants to see. And we got some some deodorant. That is an item Davis wants. Let's check the mood. Well, David's mood is okay, it doesn't need any improving. Oh, Joel. This morning his mood was happy and now it's content, so that is already decreased a little. Well, let's report back to Davis, who isn't at his office yet. In the meantime, then we can talk to Ryan and tell him we found a photo. I found this picture on one of the corpses. Well, that isn't too subtle, but it is the truth, so let's go with it. They are dead. Yes, and I thought you should know. And Davis is still missing in action. Let's try to find him, so we can report in our success with the antibiotics today on day 4. Well, here he is, working on the well, putting in some overtime apparently. How can I help? Well, I have the medical supplies we need. Great. I'll give these to Renee, and our mystery man will be on his feet in no time. So now we have 14 pieces, plus the 3 we found today is 17. That's pretty good. And looking at our hit points, here you can see the sorry state of our scavenging team. Max 48, Renee 58, 68, 83. Yeah, these guys are not in a state to go out scavenging and fighting undead. Alright, so that's the matter of the antibiotics. I think we can call it a day. Maybe check in with Elaine. Doesn't appear to be receptive to conversation. Alright, we'll try it again tomorrow. And that's all for day 4, which was a pretty bad day. One of our members of the team got infected. Let's get a end of the day summary. Well, today the morale actually changed for the worse, and that may have been caused by the infected ally, which decreases morale. It's not good. Still have 5 days of food, 5 days of fuel, and 16 antibiotics. We could afford 1 day without scavenging, and we may need it so our party members can recover a little bit. Davis wants to discuss something. Sure, let's talk. No, he is not too happy about the state of affairs in the shelter. Nothing has changed. We may be here for weeks, maybe months, and we're not equipped for that at all. Well, don't you think I haven't thought of that? We need more food, medicine, supplies, fuel, and ways to defend ourselves. Well, I agree. And, well, he is at least happy about my leadership so far. There needs to be someone here to make the final call on difficult decisions. Yeah, I know what you mean. You need someone to lead. Of course, I will. Good. And he suggests to start modifying the school to become more of a long-term shelter. Now, that's a great idea. Let's get started. And Davis keeps an eye out on things at the shelter. Alright. And here is Anita as predicted. She is very mad. I asked you not to take her out there. Now she's going to turn into one of those things and it's your fault. Well, we cannot really argue with that. Well, let's see. Well, this seems rather rude. Better her than me. No. I'm sorry, we do whatever we can to take care of her. Do we have any antibiotics? Yeah, we got, well, about a week? No, about 2 weeks. Well, she volunteers to go out and find more antibiotics. And she suggests that there might be a cure out there. Well, I'll keep it in mind. And Renee, please tell me it's going to be okay. Well, we can't give up hope of a cure out there. In the meantime, take your antibiotics. Yeah, she isn't too happy. Understandably. You're still alive. I'll get you antibiotics, but you need to keep your wits and focus on keeping others alive. Alright. Those things settled. Let's do another attempt at talking to Elaine. Well, she's crying less, so I'll use my leadership skill. Sorry, I've been impatient with you. And wait for you for something to say. Well, that was the wrong answer, apparently, because she begins sobbing again. Shakes her head. It doesn't seem like she's going to say anything else. Alright, well, we'll talk another time then. Let's check the mood. Renee is unhappy. Well, infected. Can't blame her, really. We do not have the items to change her mood, so that's unfortunate. And Joe content. Well, we did not really check what Ryan wants. Let's check that. Rechargeable batteries and deodorant. They are already working on the well. Well, let's make the decision about what to do today. Our to-do list is empty. Our health situation is not good. We can afford to stay in today and just work on shelter upgrades, which is useful too. David's mood is happy, so he wants deodorant, but his mood cannot be increased. The mood of Ryan can be increased. Let's do that, because we need to improve overall morale in the shelter. One deodorant. Here's some deodorant, Ryan. Girls really dig it. They sure do. Alright. Let's get the work assignments. We're going to stay in today. And, well, hopefully recover a little bit of health. Well, we can finish the well in 4 hours. Michiru is still unavailable because she can't speak English, and Elaine is still in shock, so all available allies are working on the well. Let's finish the well. It also provides a morale boost, so that's good. And let's start building. I'm tempted to start building the infirmary. It will use, well, almost all of our parts available. And the fence also is only at 40%, so I'm not sure. What can Davis build? Watchtower. It's also boost morale. And there's less damage from attacks on the fence. Maybe we should prioritize that. For the recycler we need more mechanical skill. A mechanical skill of 6 is required for the recycler, and the maximum mechanical skill I have now is only 4, so that's a long way off. Yeah, we probably should increase safety of the shelter first and go for the watchtower, which is also a gigantic job. 360 hours. Let's put everybody on it. And spend the day at the shelter. All right. Well, we regained some hit points, not a lot, but and that's it for today. Try lane. Nope. And rest some more. Yeah, a big morale change for the worse today, but well, that was to be expected. Fuel remaining 5 days, food remaining 4 days. Ryan. What do you want, Ryan? His hands are in fists and he is trembling. What the hell's the matter with you? Well, we saw an undead. and he tried to take care of it, but he couldn't do it. Well, it's alright, Ryan. How do you cope? Now they want me to live, so that's what I focus on. Help others here. Help them how? I don't know how to do anything, what I'm supposed to do. Well, let's see. We probably need science. Medics. Well, Max will be the medic when he has trained up his skill. Survival expert. Well, it will probably mean we have to take him out in the field, which I really do not want to do. Use a mechanic. We already have those, so start studying science. I need a lab assistant. Okay, I'll do that. I'm glad you figured out what you want to do, Ryan. I'll check on you later. And our unconscious survivor of the plane crash is just started waking up. It's Doug. Where's my laptop? Yeah, Doug is a special kind of guy. Please tell me this is the Caribbean. Nope. And he has some please fetch my laptop. Well, please provide me with a general outline of all our assets and potential allies. I don't think you understand the situation you're in, Doug. I would have been king of Curacao by now. And he has a master plan which is ridiculous. I hate to break it to you, but this place already has a leader. Well, this is not up for discussion, Doug. You're going to have to work with the rest of us if you want to stay. And there's someone at the gate of the shelter, and it's covered in blood. Why are you covered in blood? Is that your blood? I killed them all. Davis thinks it's a good idea if we get him inside and patch him up. I'll check him for bites. He might be too far gone already. No bites or scratches. The guy could be a lunatic, so we need to be careful. Al Davis thinks we cannot leave him outside. Fine, but I want him watched. If he does anything funny, shoot him. Well, health-wise, it's still not very good. And Max is unhappy and Renee is unhappy. Well, let's get to the job board. We need to go out today, no matter what our health situation is. Doug is sick, Max is sick. Renee will be in party, Anita in party, Joel in party, and the rest of the team will work on the watchtower. Okay. Well, I still can try to talk to Elaine. You are looking better today. It's all my fault. Please keep talking. She thinks she caused the crash. What happened to the plane? I just remember waking up here. Well, she was attacked by a sick passenger. She panicked. I don't see how that's your fault. Well, she opened the cockpit door, so the pilots got attacked. You couldn't have known that that was going to happen. Well, okay. You need to stop blaming yourself. There are people here that can still be helped. And she needs a little bit more time to think about things. Sure. Take all the time you need. So she isn't going to be productive today again. Well, I will equip my raiding party and we will get ready to go out. But that will be in the next video. So I will see you then.